Lucian is S plus tier in the ADC role right now because he's just so strong in the early game, so strong in mid game, and even super strong in late game. Now, obviously, he's not as strong as Vayne late game, but he's still a powerhouse in late game. And his early game lane phase is just unmatched, really. I mean, he just does such a high amount of burst damage, and plus, he's so mobile that it's really hard to even die on him. So for the items, you're going to want to go Storm Razor, Infinity Edge, Stasis or Proto Belt, Charge Blade, Grudge, and Guardian Angel. Now, if you don't want to go Guardian Angel, you could go Rapid Fire Cannon, or you could even go Bloodthirster, really just any extra damage item you want. Now, for the runes, you're going to want to go Kraken Slayer, Brutal, Bone Plating, and Hunter Genius. I think going Kraken Slayer and Brutal, you're just going to do an insane amount of damage early game, and you're just going to be so strong. And basically, this Hunter Genius rune, once you stack up those unique takedowns, you're going to have such low cooldowns that it's just going to be so fun just annihilating people. And obviously Bone Plating just does such a great job at just really making you a little bit harder to kill in the early game, especially against some champs that have high burst damage. That Bone Plating will just protect you from it. Now for the spells, you're going to want to run Exhaust and Flash. So in this gameplay, we go absolutely crazy, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe. With that, let's hop right on into the gameplay. Alright guys, we are now in the gameplay, and man, playing... I don't often play Lucian because he's just super OP, and like, yeah, so I just don't play him a lot. But I think I'm going to start abusing him some more because he is one of the best ADCs out right now. And luckily, look at that beautiful pink ward. I don't know why Thresh decided to auto attack it like that, but it's okay. I start off the game right away by dragging the minions to try to deny a minion. Now, we are against a Vayne Lulu, so it's really important for us to punish this lane. And luckily I did have a Thresh this game, and so this is a solo queue game, guys, and so during the draft I saw that my teammate picked Thresh, so I decided, since my support wants to go something aggressive early game, I'm gonna make sure to match that by going Lucian, because I could do that burst damage that we need to. So now against Vayne, I'm not gonna randomly try to go auto attack across the minions. I'm gonna wait for Thresh to kind of like get that perfect moment to go in. But I decide to start shoving this wave because I end up seeing my jungler fighting the enemy jungler. So I come in, I decide to want to dash and flash onto the Lucian to try to get the kill, but I didn't. And then I upgraded my E ability by accident. But what, if you notice what I did right there, is I exhausted the Orianna and forced out her flash. And that's super huge for my Diana, because now my Diana knows that Ori doesn't have a flash, which I think is really huge. And yeah, that was a really good rotation because I am running Hunter Genius, and I just got a unique takedown. As you guys saw, the Orianna ended up dying to the Diana, and that's super huge. And that wouldn't have been possible if I didn't use my exhaust on Orianna to get out her flash. So right here, I should be doing my best to kind of like stay as healthy as possible while Thresh was missing. So I shouldn't have taken that trade. And dude, this was so troll. I can't believe it, my double auto went onto the cannon like that. Oh my god. Like, I ended up losing more minions than I should have. And since I'm kind of low, like, there's no reason for me to kind of be staying in lane. But since I do see Vayne, I am just kind of chilling. But I don't have the best HP, and I also do not have my my flash or exhaust. So right now I'm resetting in front of a wall, which is gonna make Vayne want to hop on us. But since Pantheon's up here, we're gonna kind of try to force something. But I don't know, I feel like the Thresh hasn't been the best at kind of finding those flays that we really need. I mean, the Thresh ended up finding that flay, which was a good one, but like, I was just barely out of range. Like, I just backed away, so sadly I wasn't able to hop on that. But our Pantheon is trying to like stay and do weird stuff, and I'm just like pinging no, just reset, like it's alright. But yeah, so right now the game's at a decent start. I mean, we're 3-1 as a team. We already got one unique takedown, which really helps with our cooldown. And you know, I think I used to be on the wave of going Hunter Vampirism because it's so good, especially once you get those takedowns. But I mean, Brutal is so strong in the early game. Like, you could literally win lane phases so easily compared to just going Hunter Vampirism. And so yeah, right here my Thresh was trying to go in onto the Vayne, but he actually didn't even do anything, so he kind of just lanterned me. But it's so awkward. Like, dude, the Pantheon jumped the ultimate so early. Like, that was really bad. And then he took my cannon. Like, what the hell? And now we have the Diana rotating, but it's like, it's really hard for us to go in because, like, the turret could start doing a lot of damage. and a lot of indecisiveness. So, I mean, you could obviously tell that this team is full of solo queue. Like, I don't think there's a single duo in this game. Like literally, like, it's just so all over the place. And also, right here, guys, since our Pantheon is going towards to clear the red side, that means I know that their jungler's up here. And to be honest, as you can see, the Lucian automatically tried to go on me, but he actually messed up. And luckily, I lived. And to be honest, like, I feel bad for the Thresh because I knew that the Lucian was on that side, and I hopped on Vayne anyways. But to be honest, I didn't think that Lucian was right there. Like, as I dashed forward, like, literally Lucian came over the wall, and I think that Lucian just mechanically misplayed and would have been able to get the pull onto me. So yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. And right there, I let Vayne get the passive off, which was a lot of damage, but yeah, so right here, we're catching this wave, and now I'm going to shove out this wave and reset because Dragon is spawning, and it would be really beneficial for me to get back on the map as quickly as possible. So boom, 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 we get those minions, we clear the wave, we're resetting, and there is a ward right there. I want my Thresh to clear it, but, like, I don't know. Thresh is just walking around. And so right here, our Pantheon does end up getting a kill on Nasus, which is huge because this is right before objective spawn, which is really, really good. Any extra gold counts really for an objective fight. And so right here we see that the Lulu and Lee Sin are on the objective, so we want to mess with the jungler. But I can't just hop straight onto the jungler right now because the Thresh does get a pull onto Lulu. And as you can see, I'm trying to have perfect positioning here and not really overextend. So we do end up getting the kill. I was trying to pop that cone, but obviously Lucian's attack range is way too short. And I don't know what that Lee Sin was trying to do, but that was not at all what he should have tried to do. And right here, the Vayne was kind of like overextended for no reason. And I think we end up almost getting the kill for Vayne, but Vayne ends up flashing away. I think if the Thresh was like ready in position, we could have gotten that kill, but it is okay. It's not that big of a deal. So right here, we're just going to focus off this turret, right? Because we already chunked their ADC. Their ADC can't protect it. So we have a lot of time to just kind of gnaw at this turret. But obviously, their Lee Sin is coming. So I get off the turret. But Thresh decides to stay on the turret, which I don't know how I feel about this decision because the Thresh ends up dying. Lulu does use ult. But I do not have my ultimate to defend this. So I do think Thresh should have not gone for that because we end up losing our turret instead because there's really no way for me to defend this when there's two of them. I mean, you can see me, I even try to walk back, but it's really hard. So I end up leaving. Let's say if I had a tankier build, like if I'm Hull Breaker Lucian, like I could definitely defend that turret because I have a tankier HP, or if I had my exhaust I would have stayed. But as you can see, like the Lee Sin tried to hop on me, but I instantly just kite out the Lucian, and the Thresh had a beautiful follow-up for me, and it really made it really easy for me to team fight that. And dude, in this gameplay, guys, like I'm lagging. Like I don't know, I've been getting like this weird type of latency that's been really frustrating. It's been really frustrating. So yeah, and right here I decide to rush my red boots because since I'm not running Hunter Vamp, I don't have any healing in this build unless I go Bork. So I do go the red boots earlier, so I do have some type of sustain in team fights, and I think that's honestly fine. Like brutal, I don't know, I think I have to still keep figuring it out. Like sometimes I get in really good phases where like, dude, Hunter Vamp is just so good, but like, dude, nothing beats Brutal's early game. And what and the thing is if you're playing an ADC and you're running Brutal and the enemy team is running Hunter Vamp, I mean, you're gonna do so much more damage. Like, I don't know. And plus, like in competitive games, I usually go Brutal. Like, it's very like in competitive games, you're not gonna run too many like Hunter runes, and the reason for that is because in high elo games, you're not gonna be getting like your unique takedowns that easily. Right here I decide to hop on to the Orianna, and I don't decide to use my ult or anything because I mean I could just wait for my dash and just get her, and boom, they're basically gone. We end up sieging this turret. I mean, honestly, my team is playing this game really good, so it makes team fighting a lot easier for me. Like I don't need to do anything super crazy. Like I could just focus the front line. Right here, dude, Pantheon stun into Thresh hook. I mean, That's just disgusting. Like poor Vayne, guys, right? Like the Vayne just came off death just to die again. And by the way, that has happened to me before, and it is so tilting. That is so tilting, so I definitely feel for that Vayne. Right here, Nasus is super caught out, so I decide to just dash onto him and, you know, just use up my entire kit. I want to really make sure I get the kill, so that's why I ulted. Like, it's so important when you're playing a very, dude, Lucian, Kaisa, Jinx, just on, like, high damage ADCs really need kills. And so, yeah, like, if I'm gonna ult to secure a kill, like, it's worth it. Like, and I think I don't really do a super good job of, like, going super hard on securing kills. Like, I'll let it up to my team to get the kills, and I think, like, I need to make sure I really prioritize getting every single kill. So that would be beneficial. Like for example, when I rotated down onto that Lucian, like I dashed, flashed, really wanting to get that kill. And so right here, I ended up getting pushed back, and then the Vayne decided to dip out, and I'm not gonna chase for that. But I don't know if I should chase for that to get the kill. Like, I don't know. That's what I've just been thinking about, you know, trying to figure out better ways of playing ring. But right here, we're just going to try to go on them. Sadly, I dashed into the wall, so I have to use my Proto Belt flash. But then I lost vision, and it's like, damn, bro. That's so unfortunate. Then I decide to use my ult, and I get the kill onto Ori. But, yeah, dude, sometimes, yeah. That was kind of unfortunate when I was dashing onto Lulu. I dashed into the wall, so then I had to use the Proto Belt to get the auto attacks off. That was a little wonky. And honestly, like, I noticed, like, before, when I used to play Lucian on my iPad, I would never dash into walls. But, like, I don't know. Ever since I've been playing on phone, like, I kind of have that problem where I accidentally dash into, like, walls or something. But, I mean, it is what it is. But right there, the Nasus gets caught out again. I think the Nasus really just wants to split push this game, which I think is not the smart decision, because their team is a late game comp. And, like, I feel like Nasus just didn't do a good job of playing around his teammates so far. Because the Vayne Lulu is going to be the carry of the team, right? And what's so beautifully done right here is the Dragon's perfectly pulled out to where Lucian's Q couldn't hit. And right here, we tried to hop onto Lucian, but Lucian kicked. Honestly, I could have dashed in a better way to at least get my auto attacks off, but it's alright. We come back to mid to catch the mid wave. And since we're super strong, we want to push the waves and kind of continue our lead. And the enemy team, especially this Orianna, is doing a good job of clearing the waves and making sure she's good, but this Nasus is extremely caught. Like, dude, this guy doesn't even know where he's at. Like, I kind of feel bad for the enemy team. Like literally, he's just dead. It was so easy. Like, he didn't even give his teammates a chance to protect him. And right here, I'm kind of, like, spacing this Orianna QW, but as you saw, it landed right there. And look how much damage I did. This Orianna isn't even fed, by the way. Like, she's down a lot of gold, and she still does that much damage. Like, I mean, there's a reason, like, the JT, one of the teams in Icons that made it to the finals. I ended up watching their games against Flash Wolves. Or team, not Flash Wolves, but Team Flash. Really great team. And they ran Orianna bot. And, man, Barry's just a beast, man. Barry's just a beast. He's the ADC for JT. And, man, I don't know. Guys, Ori bot, it's a powerhouse, man. It's a powerhouse. Like, let's say you're against an Ezreal, you can literally go Orianna and just freely scale. Like, and there's nothing the enemy team can do. And so right here, the Orianna overextended, and I was waiting for the perfect moment to go back in. But, like, it's kind of unfortunate that I didn't get that kill onto Ori. Like, getting a lot of assists is super tilting, but I decide to reset. I get the Charge Blade, and usually, like I said in another Lucian video that I did, I really love building I really like building Black Cleaver third, but since there's such a squishy comp, I mean, they have Vayne, they have Lulu, they have Orianna, like, this is a squishy comp. I'm gonna go Charge Blade to really just burst them down. And I think that's really smart to do, and it's really strong. So yeah, I decided to do that. And also, like, I think I could have opted for, I could have gone, honestly, instead of Charge Blade, I low-key could have gone Rapid Fire Cannon, and the reason for it is Orianna kind of does outrange me, so it would be good when I am fighting Ori one-on-one. And so right here, I see my teammates fighting, but I'm like, you know what, screw that, I'm going to go into Ori. But what I'm thinking about in this Ori 1v1 is Ori's ultimate, so I end up hopping on Ori, and I thought he was going to ult me, but he didn't. So I was just predicting my flash, thinking that he was going to ult, but he ended up not ulting. I don't know if he didn't have it up or didn't think he could land it. But right here, I try to find Lulu, but I misclick my ultimate. Don't roast me, guys. As you saw, I put a thumbs up because I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, literally, so what went wrong right there is basically all you gotta do is when I W'd on or E'd to try to get onto Lulu, all I had to do is just click my ult. But like when I clicked my ult, I slid my finger a bit, so that's why I aimed in the opposite direction. A little bit of a mistake right there, but it is all right. And I mean, look at how much you heal with just red boots. I mean, 27. I mean, it's just a lot. You heal a lot with just red boots, so that's why I've been thinking like maybe I don't even need Hunter Vamp, because look, like I'm healing 64, you know, 24, like it just, I'm healing pretty good amount for not having any healing in my build or on my as a rune. So, and it's not even like we have Ocean Dragon, so I don't know. I've just been thinking about that. But anyways, the Diana cancels the Nasus's recall, and I decide to come help this. And this is a really good team fight because I could just fight front to back, and then I hop onto Vayne. And I do have my exhaust, but I am holding on to it. And boom, I try to dash in. I exhaust the Lucian, but the Lucian does end up flashing away. And so right here, I know that the Ori is kind of split and does want to reset. So after we get the kill onto Lucian, I come back and I cancel the Orianna's recall. I'm not going to try to 1v1 Orianna because she can kite me pretty easily, and she also has that turret as backup. And I decided to try to kill that Lucian there, and we ended up winning the game. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I think this video does a great job of showing how strong Lucian is. I mean, 13 kills is pretty insane with 0 deaths. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.